You are listening to The Guide, entertainment.ie's weekly TV podcast with Fiona Flynn and David O'Shaughnessy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Guide. I'm here with our entertainment.ie's deputy editor, Mr. David O'Shaughnessy.
Hello.
Oh, sounds very formal in this one.
Yeah.
And I am the TV editor, Fiona Flynn. And each week we kind of go through the main TV stories that people are talking about, the main TV shows people are talking about. And this week, as it's kind of around that awkward time in Teleland, we've kind of been decided that we'll just take a look at what we will be watching over the coming months on the good old Irish broadcasters of RTE1, RTE2 and TV3. Apologies to T.G. Carr, but he didn't get a look in at this.
No Gaelga here.
Well done, Ros and Arun. Everything's going well, Bruntalis and stuff. They have a lot of really good TV shows too. But for the purpose of this podcast, we're going to start off, I think, by looking at RTE2 because they just launched their autumn schedule this week. And it's kind of, I suppose, the younger, hip version of RTE1, then they kind of advertise it as that now. It's for 15 to 34-year-olds. It's for the young ones, essentially, David, which we still are in that age bracket.
Look at us,
so
young,
that's nice.
free.
Yeah.
No, easy. Well,
what are we?
I was going to say easy.
Yeah,
but
easy. Well, man, speak for yourself, David. So there's
I do.
The most exciting thing I thought was the Bridget and Eamon getting their own TV show.
Yeah, Jennifer Maguire.
Own TV show.
No longer strained into the just Republic of Telly.
Yeah, and this is for people that haven't watched Republic of Telly. There's a sketch on it called Bridget and Eamon, which is pretty much everyone's favourite 80s Irish mammy and daddy that just takes the piss out of kind of how we all lived in the 80s, with like... And
a little bit of how we still live now.
Yeah.
Like everyone probably knows that someone who's a little bit like Bridget and Eamon.
Bridget and Eamon, exactly. There's that kind of, the Irish mammy thing in it, and also just how footloose and fancy-free we were in the 80s with like no seatbelts in the back of the cars and...
Smoking left, right and centre.
Hanging out of your mouth while you were cooking the children's dinner, all that kind of stuff. So it's really good though. Like all their sketches have proven like so viral. We know ourselves even for putting them up
extremely
on the
popular.
website. They're so popular. So I can't wait to see what they do with it. I think it's a 6-part series. So it should be
half hour.
Yeah, just be a half hour.
I wonder now. I'm curious. Just not like I'm not no shade. I'm just wondering like will it last? Like will you be able to hold attention for the 24 minutes, including an ad break?
It will depend on the writing because the viral sketches, they're about 3 or 4 minutes and they're always really quick.
Yeah.
But there's a lot you could put into them. Like the one where they're going up to watch the Late Late Show and they were in the Late Late Show
was
audience.
Fantastic.
It was so good. And there's so many more elements that could be put into that. That way there's just, it's just going to be essentially longer sketches.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll bring kids and... So the kids, have we seen the kids already? I'm not sure, but we'll bring kids and we'll probably get neighbours, we'll get family.
There's a Spanish student that is in love with poor Eamon, so maybe he'll come back.
Oh,
so,
fantastic.
Yeah. There's definitely so much potential there. And sure, like if the likes of Damo and Ivor can make their own show out of the public Telly, and the Bandits or whatever, so there's, Bridget and Eamon could definitely do it. Bridget, fly back.
Our wonderful friend. Let's call him Fred.
Every time we record, a fly comes to...
Look at him.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we never know. One day, Bridget and Eamon the movie.
Maybe.
If Mrs. Brown's Boys can do it.
Hardy Bucks did it.
Yeah.
So I would, it could actually be perfect. Mrs. Brown's Boys, watch out.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
What else do we have on RTE?
RTE2, Baz, Baz Ajmawi is very much back on the telly these days, even though I don't know if he really went away. But his show, 50 Ways to Kill Your Mommy, obviously brought him huge... I don't know, what would you call it?
Success.
Success! I'm not familiar with that word, Dave. Basically brought him back into the ether again, I suppose, and now he's got shows. I'm sure he's got offers for shows constantly, and this new one is called Baz The Last Muslim, where he explores his Muslim heritage and considers how the culture and faith can coexist with his very own Irish identity. Obviously, I'm reading that at the moment, but that's about all we know. I don't know. It sounds like it could be quite serious.
Yeah,
so.
But again, Baz himself, he's quite a light-hearted person, so I imagine there'll be some levity in it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a kind of, not idiot abroad, not saying that Baz is an idiot, but there'll be kind of a tongue-in-cheek, maybe a little bit approach to it because... we're Irish. That's how we see things.
Sorry to interrupt. I saw a brief clip of it at the launch, and it looks like he was kind of seriously, taking a heavy look at religion with that. But maybe it's not that. Maybe there's more to it because, as you said, he's such a kind of jovial character. Yeah. So I hope it's not. I hope it's not him trying to do something too serious because he is so much better off just like. Yeah. And where's Nancy? We just want his man. Everything.
I know. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hope she's making a cameo.
Anything that stood out for you?
First dates. Ireland is getting her first dates. This is going to I am.
Should have opened with that.
This is going to I'm already paralyzed with fear and anxiety and
cringe.
Yeah, like, it's going to be incredible. I don't know who would put themselves forward, because I guess in the UK there's a bit of anonymity, but in Ireland everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, but if you get people on the likes of Take Me Out, you're going to get them on this.
I know, but I mean,
like, we've had dating shows similar to this in the past.
True.
But you're right, we are going to get a shocking amount of idiots.
Like, I saw the very, very brief teaser or like clip that was in RTE2's preview video for the new season, and it just showed a girl tearing into a guy for like over manicuring or preening his eyebrows, and it's like, I was like, if that's the tip of the iceberg with this, like, it could be incredible, or it's also going to be awful. And like, do they know what they're in for on Twitter, these people?
Of the highest order. It's terrible.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But not for them.
Yeah. Not that we're going to abuse them, but, you know, the rest of Twitter will.
Yeah.
Like, and you'll be recognised as someone who's been on one of that. I don't know. But
here, look what it did for Vogue. She was on Fade Street, and now she has her own show.
She does.
Look at that for a link.
Seamless, Dave. Seamless.
Vogue's Mean Girls.
Vogue's Mean Girls, yeah.
Which is, I will tell you now.
Does Mean Girls.
Vogue Williams goes in search of women who've booked the rules and are living their lives on the edge of normal, meeting the sexually adventurous, the MMA fighters, and lawbreakers.
Okay. Because she's done... Her shows actually haven't been too bad. There was one where she was out meeting the home and away cast for something or other. I don't know what that was about. There was one about Vogue Williams Does Death. I hate this whole thing of putting her name in the title and does, as in like, yeah, she's really tackling things now, like the heavy issues. And the Vogue Williams Does Death was very, very sadly off the back of her father dying and her like exploring, you know, the different beliefs. But at the same time, there is that kind of feeling of like, really, what? Vogue Williams? No, stay away from our beliefs, please. You know, tackle more lighthearted things. But I really like the sound of this because, you know, it is about like women who've sort of like that gone against all sort of cliches.
Yeah.
And I think she'll be good at it now. I think she's kind of got herself into a good zone with presenting and that. And
she's got enough under her belt. Yeah. She's also a great character. Like, I do enjoy Vogue on television and as a person.
Very natural, like,
very personable,
so
affable.
Yeah. What's that word again?
Yeah.
Our word of the week, affable. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that one more so than, as I said, I think she should stay away from the heavy stuff. No more than Baz. It's too much. I just don't think. I know. Just like know your kind of like your audience and you know, try not to tackle the heavy stuff because you're just not going to do it as right as RTE1 are. There, I said it.
You said it. Also in the documentary series, kind of genre from RTE2, there's Maya Duffy's Truth About, as well as Maya Duffy's Truth About, which is going to
Maya Duffy.
Yes.
Oh, I love Maya Duffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all about the birth of her son and considers the modern Irish immigrant experience, and I'm sure that'll be...
That's, because she moved to London recently with her husband. What's her husband's name again?
I am blanking on it. Johnny Vegas?
Johnny Vegas.
Is it Johnny Vegas?
That sounds right.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, you're the comedian guy.
It's coming. It came straight out, and I'm assuming my brain is making the link correctly. But
because she used to work as a producer for years at RTE, and it's only the last few years that kind of put her in front of the camera. But she is by far one of my favorite kind of female presenters at the moment. She's so natural. Like, I think even 5 minutes on the screen, you kind of want to be your friend. I should probably back off with my Maya Duffy crush.
Well, look,
cool.
maybe she'll listen to this and be like, "Oh, that girl seems cool. Maybe I'll bring her into my squad." And next thing you know, you like be welcome to the stage.
Maya Duffy and Amy Huberman kind of go for coffees and hang out together. I don't know. I feel like that would happen. I feel like I could Fiona. I could be part of that.
Yeah.
I could be their +1. Yeah. And what else is on it? One other one that looks very good is Louise McSharry. She's the FM DJ. She's got this I think it's only a one-off documentary, but correct me if I'm wrong, anyone listening. But she is documenting her struggle with cancer, or battle with cancer, I should say. Yeah. That was kind of in the lead up to her wedding, which is very sad.
The last
so
year
young,
just gone. Yeah.
And she's a great lady, and the documentary is appropriately called "Fuck Cancer."
Yeah.
So
which kind of I think really validly encompasses her attitude towards it, and like even from the start, she was determined that like this wasn't getting in the way of her wedding plans as well as her life.
Yeah.
And it's just a tremendous story, and I'm actually really looking forward to it because I think from Louise's like own like DJing, I think she's very forthright and she will say it how it is, and I don't think she's going to hide anything about cancer. And I think there's probably lots of things because cancer has affected so many people's lives.
Yeah.
That seeing it with someone who's able to tell the story very truly would be quite good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that should be great. And other than that, I think we've kind of gone through the main like a lot of the classics are coming. Like Second Captains is obviously returning. I love the way you just dropped the sheet there.
Well,
Dave.
it's out of frame,
We're
so
done.
no one's looking. I still have some things in front of me. Don't Tell the Bride is back. Republic of Telly is back.
Yeah, as I said, Second Captains actually kicks off this week, so that should be brilliant. And Rubber Bandits actually have their own TV show. It's about the 1916 Rising. Obviously, again,
oh my God,
people, you're just stepping outside your sphere of knowledge here.
No, I'm hoping they're gonna do right with that.
They're taking the
I
piss,
trust them.
Yeah, it'll be good. Maybe we actually all learn something too.
Also, shout out to Panty, the Queen of Ireland, which is the one-off documentary following Panty Bliss,
Great.
which is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Especially with the last year and the year that we've all had. And I have to give a shout out to Swipe TV and my friend Sam McCavey and Claire O'Reilly, who
name
are
dropping.
I'm sorry, but
#name-dropping.
Claire's just joined it as the new presenter, so I have to just say, for anyone who has kids, watch Swipe TV because they're great and very entertaining. It's before YouTube.
Oh,
so it's the early one. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays before YouTube, before the wonderful.
It's kind of like what the Den was for us.
A little bit, but they're more. It's a lot of energy. They have a lot. They have a lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Yeah. So they'll be before YouTube Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay, great for the younger kids, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so now we'll get over to the serious, the grown-up, the mother hen, mothership, fathership that is RTE1.
Sure, look, why would we be without
the
it?
wayward teen that is RTE2. So
what does that make TV3?
What?
What does that make TV3?
What is TV3? TV3 is like sort of a cousin that kind of comes to stay for like.
It's more like Father Damo.
Yeah. Or what would it be? TV3 is just sort of. I mean, it just sounds like we don't like. I like a lot of the stuff on TV3, but we can't deny RT1 and RT2.
TV3 is your glam housewife next door.
That's much better. That's so much
TV3
better.
is the glam housewife from D4 who moved out to the country to get away from it all, but is still living her D4 life. And you have the neighbours kind of rolling their eyes, thinking they have notions and stuff, but they're actually doing incredibly well. Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, what's UTV Ireland then?
UTV Ireland's like a hipster upstart. No, maybe not, like comes from like a really, really wealthy family.
Yeah.
Who feels like privileged, but tries to hide their privilege, thinking that they're new.
It's like the boring uncle maybe that might come to stay and watches the golf the whole time, and you're kind of like, why? I preferred what I was watching before you arrived. Why did you have to come here?
I was going to say that's TG Carr.
No, because I'm so annoyed sometimes UTV Ireland, because you're like, oh great, that's on, and you're like, oh, it's not on UTV Ireland. It's on ITV. It's like, we don't get that anymore. I know some people do, but for the majority of people,
it's that friend who always, like, every time they tell a story, exaggerates it more and more and more, and you were there the original time.
Yeah, you're so much better at this.
And they're then, you're like, every time you hear the story, you're like, just again, they're exaggerating.
That's not how it is.
It's not how it went, but okay,
UTV.
Anyway, sorry, back to RTE1.
Yeah, RTE1 is...
We're getting the DArcy Show.
The DArcy Show. That is probably the one to kind of lead on here.
I mean, knowing from people that I know who were obsessed with Ray when he was on Today FM and who were heartbroken when he left, and are like,
he's got so many obsessive fans.
Yeah, that I can't imagine the show will not do well.
I think it undoubtedly will. I feel a little bit bad for Brendan O'Connor, because I think that show had just reached its stride, which everyone has said and they keep saying, so I'm not going to repeat points, because let's face it, at this point he's gone, Saturday Night Show is over, and Ray D'Arcy is in, so we should be looking ahead. I think he will do well in this, because again, it's Saturday night on RTE1. He's going to get the audience no matter what.
It's a pre-record.
Is it?
Is it? I'm assuming it's a pre-record. Like the Pat Kenny and Kenny Live was always a pre-record, and Saturday Night Show was always a pre-record, wasn't it?
No.
They're not live. The Late Late Show is live. Everything else is pre-record.
But the Saturday Night Show it was live.
I don't ever believe it was live, was it?
No, it was definitely live. Sorry, you made me doubt and question everything, because I know a girl who worked on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like they used to get a live studio audience in. I mean, there might have been some delay, but no, because there was a lot of the whole party thing that happened. There's no way they would have let that go out.
True.
If
I stand corrected.
Pre-recorded.
I stand corrected.
It was just like, what? Everything I believed in is rocked to its core.
The moon landing didn't happen. What?
It's not live. I mean, I'm sure they'll have some pre-recorded elements to it, maybe, because he's Ray D'Arcy is family man and that. But no, it would have to be live, because those type of shows always kind of do have to have an element. I suppose here they do.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what do you think? Will you watch Ray D'Arcy Show if you're sitting in on a Saturday night?
I will give it a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday night TV really isn't my bag. I I say that as someone who's watched the X Factor and Strictly Come Dancing for the last X amount of years, like ridiculous. But I mean, come a time, I'm not like
sitting in.
I'm not like basing my weekend around Ray D'Arcy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I fully believe in his ability to do it.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt his ability. The only thing I worry about is, and I think even he might have said it as well, that like Late Show do get the budget for the guests, so it is that fear of like the kind of whip around the canteen for the guests, and it's kind of like I wish in one way they have. Hopefully they'll make it like a little bit different or something. Sure. That
I will counter that by saying there has been the odd times where people have gone onto Brendan O'Connor and you were like, how is this person on Brendan O'Connor not Late Show? Remember he had Pussy Riot?
Yeah.
Like there are people who just their schedules don't work for the late because they're probably doing Jonathan Ross and Graham Norton and all these things.
Yeah.
And so they can only do a Saturday, or they only can do an afternoon pre-record, which will be on a Saturday night show. So maybe that will be right in there.
Favor.
Yeah.
And I suppose like I do think it'll be very good. It'll be interesting to see him back on TV doing that.
It'd be great.
Show. Yeah. So I don't know. As long as I think the key to it will be, because people have said kind of he's gotten a bit more grumpier, say, on the radio.
Yeah.
So now I haven't got a chance to listen to the RTE show that much. I used to often listen to the Today FM one in the morning coming in. But I would just worry that I hope he doesn't go into it with any kind of, I don't know. I hope he's more jovial and lighthearted than maybe the Ray D'Arcy that we would sometimes hear on the radio.
Maybe he's just not a morning person.
Well, he's in the afternoon now, so he's no excuse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no, I think like
what if they bring back Zig and Zag and Zuppy and
that would just
Podge and
give them their
Saki and Dustin? Well, if they don't have cameos, if they're not the first guests, well, Ray, you've lost me.
You've lost all of us.
Anyway.
No, I think Imara's story is, I think it's going to be very good. I hope he brings something different to the table than what we've seen before. And I also hope, as I said, it'll be interesting to see his interview style but like he's very good at interviewing on the radio. So yeah, as I said, it should be great. Watch this space. We'll soon find out anyway.
What else do we have from RTE1?
One of the ones that I'm pretty excited about is this new drama called Clean Break.
Okay.
Now it's by, which is it now? The makers of The Love Hate, and by the acclaimed playwright Billy Roach. So again, some very talented people behind it. It's about a tiger raid that goes wrong, and it's kind of over 4 episodes for this first series. As I said, it's called Clean Break. It reminds me of obviously Love Hate, because it'll be on a Sunday night after the news. So I imagine that people will get very into it.
So it's very much going to be our Monday morning water cooler moment. Okay.
Yeah. So will it live up to expectation or not? I don't know. It sounds promising. Like the tiger raid that they had in the Love Hate episode was like very successful. That was like, I think the last season. Feels very far away now. Where he was looking for his Vizzy Orange. No, that was like
I have never seen an episode of Love Hate. I am not the person to talk to. I am a terrible patriot of this country.
You really are. Next thing you're to tell me you don't like Jedward or something ridiculous.
Moving on.
What was I going to say?
Garda Down Under.
Garda Down Under also sounds great. I think that has that started, or else it's either just started or it's about to start.
Well, then I'm annoyed at myself for having missed it because I saw the promo for that and I was like, lads, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, this looks great.
It's but all these I think it has been on, Dave, so I might have to go through my TV highlights. But it is about a load of guards who left Ireland a few years ago and decided to move to Australia, and then I think it was wherever region of Australia they were in, they did a shout out to basically they needed more police officers, and a lot of Irish people were there when they needed them. So there's a lot of Irish guards currently working as police officers in Australia. Police officers.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Those are my words. So yeah, that sounds pretty good, considering we usually hear about how we're wrecking the place in Australia.
So maybe we're fixing some things.
Yeah,
fixing some problems. That'd be good.
Yeah.
You should really see a doctor is another one. I'd say, I don't know, is this going to be like those awful Channel 4 gross out things? Oh my God. I sound like a 40-year-old.
This is actually
giving
really
out
funny.
about it.
Well, it's Dr. Pixie McKenna, who people know well from Embarrassing Bodies, and it's also randomly my friend's husband, which now I'm the one doing the name dropping.
But look, we're connected.
Yeah, we know people. But this guy is like Dr. Phil Kieran. He's never done any kind of TV stuff at all before. Like he's just
that's good. I think
he's
in a
just
way.
a doctor, regular doctor, working down in Cork. Very nice guy. So I think he'll actually be perfect for this. It'll be his first stint, kind of becoming a.
Do you think an RTE1 audience is ready for gross out, squeezy pussy?
It's not as much
grossy,
gross out, squeezy stuff. I think what they're more trying to do, squeezy stuff. What they're mostly trying to do is find people who are self-diagnosing on the internet.
Oh God,
So,
everyone. Does everyone? Is everyone not just go? My neck is sore. My
I have
ears are
cancer,
blocked.
I'm going to die.
I've got a sore throat, and puts it in and goes cancer and goes, oh great.
Yeah, exactly. So it's people sort of...
Thanks, Google.
I suppose at the moment, I think they're traveling around Ireland at different festivals and stuff and setting up stalls to get people in who talk about maybe something that's wrong with them. The only problem I foresee, again, is our problem that we had with first dates of, you know, Irish people, such a small country, are not going to go on and be talking about any kind of personal ailments on TV. But again, there's always people who will.
That's
but
always
I'd
someone.
say they have their work cut out for them trying to get people to do it. But either way, it should be good. All those health series are always kind of interesting enough. I'm such a sucker for them.
Yeah, and we've also got the return of, what is it called? Losing weight is what I call it.
Operation Transformation.
Thank you.
That's January.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought I saw that in this lineup. I was
no,
wrong.
it's always after the New Year because everyone's all fat and like need to.
everyone hates themselves.
Everyone hates themselves, so it's the perfect time. It actually is a good time, like, because you are kind of, maybe I'll follow the plan. Another one that's coming in the new year, though, is, I'm pretty sure it's the new year, it's in January, is Rebellion, which looks brilliant. It's got Breen Gleeson in it.
Because this is part of all the 1916 centenary stuff that RTE is rolling out next year.
So it's obviously about the 1916 Rising. It's a 5-part serial drama set over the 3 weeks of the Rising, and it's got a great cast, and it's definitely going to be, like, I think it was last year, Charlie came out around January, so I can imagine it will be again the show that everyone's talking about will be Rebellion. So, and perfectly tied in with the centenary and that. So yeah, they're the main ones in RT1. The other one that stands out is Stetsons and Stilettos, which is a look at country music in Ireland from the perspective of performers, including Nathan Carter. So basically, we're finally gonna, you know, serve out those people who bought the 400,000 Garth Brooks tickets. Get them on TV.
I'm not going to comment. I'm just going to get myself in trouble if I do. I think we should just move on.
Okay, Stetsons and Stilettos. Watch it. And Mario Rosenstock has a new show, which is going to be have a live studio audience, which I think it'll be similar in that he's, you know, impersonating all the characters like Miriam O'Connell and that, but there's going to be more of an interactive thing with an audience involved.
Great.
And he'll have getting a lot of the famous people that he impersonates on with him as well. This is what I've gathered so far from the press release. And so yeah, that sounds good. And it's great that he's kind of getting more of a, you know, because the show's always been doing so well. So it's great that he's getting, you know, a lot more time and another TV show, and it sounds very promising and better than the last one probably. Which
Moving
is also
on.
very good. I'm just waffling now.
TV3.
TV3.
So we've got Bake Off.
Bake Off is back with Maeve Higgins as
No.
the new judge.
Is it not Lily Higgins?
Lily Higgins, sorry, her sister.
Yeah.
God.
Maeve Higgins is too busy with being mates with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, she's friends with Amy Schumer now in New York. Sorry, Lily Higgins, yeah, who's lovely. She did that.
Who did all the baking with Maeve? That's
in that series.
Yeah.
That was on a few years ago that I loved, like Little Trinkets, or what was it called?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But anyway, so she's the new Bake Off judge, and that's kicking off in the autumn, I think.
Yep.
And what else is there? Is a Goggle Box on the way to TV3, which was in their press release, but now it has emerged. I think it did emerge over the summer that it is actually going to be filmed next year.
Oh, they pushed it
So
back.
it will be on what we're talking about this time next year. The podcast is still rolling then, which of course it will forevermore.
Forever?
Yeah.
I have plans.
I have plans. I'm going to take this thing to the moon. So yeah, I was really excited about Gogglebox, but yeah, they kept it quiet at the lodge because I think it's been postponed. But that'll be brilliant when that does happen, an Irish Gogglebox.
But repeating our point once again, everyone's going to know one of the families in Gogglebox.
Of course.
And it's but I think everyone relates to everyone that. I think Gogglebox is such an enjoyment about it's ridiculous. Do you enjoy watching people watching TV?
On Gogglebox,
yeah.
It is very meta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Watching people watch TV.
And then
other big things?
us talking about watching people watch people on TV.
Huh? Yeah.
It's just like
That's
Inception
a whole different
for
level.
like,
yeah. We're in the dream.
and then people listening to us talk
Talking
about people watching Gogglebox who are watching TV.
Yeah, trippy. Keith Barry has a new show called Hypno Magician, where he's traveling around the country. It's such a theme. I mean, just imagine all these like production meetings. They're like, guys, we're going to go out in the road.
Do you think they share
and meet
buses?
people."
Like, it'd probably
they
save
must
money
do.
if they would.
They should all just share buses when they're traveling around and be like, okay, you have to go over there and tell that person you have a problem, like with the doctor or whatever, and
then
go over there.
and then
be
Keith Barry, you
hypnotised
can
by-
go over
Yeah.
and you can pretend to know his problem without him telling him because we'd have told you.
It's so funny. They have a certain formula. I guess they've probably always had this formula, but it seems very obvious at the moment the way they just like, as I said,
Well, it's good. They get out of the capitals where all the production offices
Yeah,
are
I think
based,
that's
and I
the
think it's fair to
problem.
the
Yeah,
people of
that
the country.
Yeah, there's so much of it's based in Dublin, so it is good, I guess, to get out there, meet the people outside the pale. Yeah, they're the main ones. Bran Ormond has a new show called Wishlist, which sees couples playing for the prizes of their dreams. Yawn. Dodgy Dealers, Connor Pope. I really like him. He's a great journalist. He'll be chatting about all the dodgy deals. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Go to Dave.
All the dodgy deals.
Another one I'm really looking forward to, it starts this week, is the Sin Bin, and it's got News Talk's Off the Ball presenter Joe Malloy and comedian Andrew Maxwell. And it's kind of like a comedy sports panel show. It's going to run throughout the Rugby World Cup, and I guess it's kind of like, it sounds a little bit like Second Captains or A League of Their Own or something like that.
Okay.
But I guess, or more like the panel really, which is more focusing on sports
and Rugby World Cup fever.
Yeah, and they'll have lots of like guests on and stuff. So yeah, that should be good over the coming weeks.
Am I right in saying TV3 have the exclusive rights to the Rugby World Cup?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
that sounds like we dropped that in intentionally.
I mean, no, I was just thinking out loud, really.
Yeah, no, it is. They have the exclusive rights to the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, because I do remember hearing that.
World Cup.
But ITV also have it, which is a strange thing. But lots of the X Factor just randomly is going to be delayed or put off, or we're going to get double shows on the Sunday. Because
of course, because the Rugby World Cup will be
is
on.
taking over.
Yeah,
which it's like, Simon.
Yeah.
What else are we looking for? Lots of sports, UFC, UEFA Europa, FA Cup. I'm saying words that I don't know anything about. The X Factor is still there. Extra Factor, there's not really anything Irish.
Well, there is. They have like the restaurant is coming back, and the Irish Bake Off, we mentioned that. There is a lot of English stuff on TV3 though, but sure, same with
the Great Irish Menu. What's this?
It's like, maybe we should have read this.
Yeah, well, this is just literally
it's probably
like
the same as the Great British Menu, where they go in and make.
What's that?
I don't think that's the Great Irish Menu. Is
how is that different from Bake Off? I thought Bake Off is baking, but I mean,
you go in and I can't remember, Dave. It has like a menu, and it has to be great, and it has to be Irish. So that's the clues in the title, really.
Oh, you compete for the chance to cook a 4-course banquet marking this 1916 commemorations. Does it have to be from 1916? How it's like?
So I assume that's next year.
Cabbage and ham.
Yeah, there's a few shows in there that I think are in the January schedule. They just kind of wanted to throw it out there.
Okay.
I feel like that's another one, especially if they're doing 1916 stuff. But either way, the Bake Off. I see, because they have the Bake Off coming in the autumn, so I don't know why they'd put on a competing baking show.
True. Until
the following year. So yeah, I think the most excited I am, I'd say, about any of them is Clean Break. I think I'm just really looking forward to that one. I think I'm really missing Love Hate this year. Normally it always came back around that time.
Oh, okay.
Coming up to Christmas, and it was something to look forward to, and it was Irish drama, and it was really good. So obviously we have no sign of another season of Love Hate, if indeed they ever go through with it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. Clean Break could be the next big thing.
For me, I don't know. I'll wait and see. Ray D'Arcy. I have high hopes. That's
You don't mean that.
Well, look, no,
you're not even going to be watching. You said.
Well. I said I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, you'll give it a shot.
I told you, if he brings Zig and Zag back.
You know what he should do? He should go down the route.
If you're listening, right?
Pay attention. He should go down the route that James Corden did when he got the gig over in the US of The Late Show, and try and get viral stuff going, because, you know, The Late
Tubbs
Late
doesn't
Show,
do it.
Tubbs doesn't. He's got a lot of Twitter stuff happening when it's on. Exactly. And there is, like, we put up stuff of like things that have happened. But you know the way, again, going from the content that does so well for us is like, look what happened on Graham Norton last night. So if he had something, if he kind of went down that direction, not in a token way, but just had something that could maybe become like viral hits.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of obvious thing to do, but again, he needs to do it well and not obviously, you know. So
yeah. So
that's
Clean
what
Break.
I think. Clean Break, and the Ray D'Arcy Show,
and Vogue, and
Vogue. And the Sin Bin. I think the Sin Bin could be good as well.
Great.
We'll see. So yeah, that's it for another podcast of us talking complete and utter shite.
Apologies for our broken voices, but we were both at Electric Picnic, so
exactly.
we have to deal with that.
I still feel like,
unless there's an improvement, in which case we'll go out screaming every weekend so that you can enjoy our soothing.
Yeah, even this morning I was like, I still don't feel like I look healthy post picnic.
You look wonderful, Fiona.
Thanks, Dave. I was fishing for compliments there. Okay, well, we'll leave it there, and please tune in again next week. And if you want to look back at any previous podcasts we've done, all the links should be around wherever the hell you found this one. You can get it on SoundCloud and download it on iTunes. And we've talked about The X Factor, Rose Tralee, True Detective, Lots of things. Are we a month in now? I think we are.
More than months. This is episode 5.
Episode 5. Wow, how fast time goes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for listening.
Bye bye.